It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby.
Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. It's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves. And this is episode 199.
You already know what the fuck is going on.
It's the ambition hour, baby.
Damn.
The ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby.
Hold on, I gotta hit my new favorite one. Oh,
What's your favorite one, Hub?
My new favorite one. Oh, where is it? Okay,
Not the
let's go.
can't
Oh,
find
wait,
I'm
wait.
it.
straight.
I almost hit that shit when we were recording.
Oh man, good times. Okay, hello everybody and welcome yet again to another episode of the Ambition Hour podcast. I am your host, Claudia Renee, joined by my co-host, Have 600 in the building.
We are here. You already know.
Did you give me a close-up? Is that what that was?
Yeah, that's what that was.
Thank
yeah,
you. I like that. Show the people your face, Have.
Yeah, shit, I'm here, you know. We are here
And
at
I'm back
199.
here.
And she's right there. That's what it is. You know? Excited to be here. Happy to be here. What am I grateful for this week? Before you ask me, I'm going to just go ahead out and say it, man.
Okay.
Man, I'm
go
just
ahead,
I'm just
Have.
going to be grateful for CAB, man. When he coming through, always with the vibes. You know, it was real nostalgic. Real nostalgic with Claudia cooking breakfast. Well, she usually does that, though, you know. Like, I am a little bit spoiled with that. But, you know, that and then him coming, we used to do that, and then just hitting the studio.
We
and
used to
not-
do that. That's like the order in that order back in the day.
In that order. So it was
Oh,
perfect.
man.
You know, I just needed some shit like that. You know, sometimes it's repetition, you know, and being by yourself though too, you know. That's what I always liked about, you know, when working with artists and stuff like that, working with people and being with people. You know, still sharpen steel, and it's just like when the vibes are right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was very therapeutic for me. I feel like it was the most I smiled, you know, like, you know, like in a long time. And I don't know if he was like asking me probably why like I was smiling just because like fuck, like, you know, like we're doing it, you know, type shit. Like we're here and we're doing it, like, and that's what's up.
Steel.
It's still, you know, still at it.
Still at
Aftermath.
it.
What is it?
Listen.
The home from drive-bys and automatics. Hey, man, Super Bowl. Did we talk about that? We talked about it. Didn't we?
No, we haven't.
We haven't talked about that. We talked about that probably together. But yeah, you know, I'm grateful for that. What you gonna say? You grateful for?
This
I just wanted to do that
week,
after my grateful.
I am grateful for.
What it is, pimp?
I went back to the gym, so I'm grateful for that.
Oh, you grateful for the gains? The gains already? Yeah.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying that like I have a 6-pack already, but like in my mind it's there. So,
But the 2-pack is more defined.
I mean, there's something going on there, and I always say every time I go back to the gym, I always say how grateful I am for going back, because the gym is like a constant like thing that you go through your entire life. Like there's times in your life where you just had a different relationship with working out in general.
I was just gonna call it a relationship because that's exactly what it is. It's a relationship, yeah.
And it's something that it's a relationship with yourself.
Right.
Almost, you know what I mean? Like, because when it's there, the whole word cheating comes up, or commitment, or consistency, things that people want in a relationship, you have to put into working out. So I'm very happy to be
That is motherfucking bars though. Damn.
went back to the gym, so that was fun. You know, got it in. I'm also grateful because I got to see Mari Sunshine. I haven't seen her or talked to her like
Friends, I
that
guess, is the
amount of the
gratefulness.
time. Yeah, about an amount of time. And
How many of us have them?
and it was just so nice to speak to her, you know, like with no restrictions. Like you just like talk about anything and get deep, and you know, talk about things and how our views have changed and things like that. And it's just, I feel like beautiful growing with friends. I've been watching Insecure again,
Oh yeah.
I'm on season 4. I just finished season 4, which is when Condoleezza Rice says that she's pregnant.
Hey,
We ain't
man,
like that.
We do not like Condola. We have no. She didn't have our condolences.
Condolences to Condola. No
But-
condolences to
No
Condola.
condolences.
No condolences, Condola.
Yeah. Oh my God. What that's a bad one right there, man. But you know what? it's great writing because I think it's a little bit realistic.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like sometimes in some stories, in some love stories, shit like that happens.
Yep.
And I think at times we do get pregnant, and that's why, bro, like, that's why I'm like, I'm not trying to stress shit, bro. And I know, like, I was probably stressing, bro, but like, even like the pressure of having kids, because I know like it's that age that we're getting there. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, even when people ask you your age and like, oh, they, you know, like they ask you your age and then be like, oh, kids, how many kids do you have?
I don't have any.
And
I
it's
got a
like,
dog.
oh, no.
Facts.
Yeah, like so fuck, what was I saying?
You were talking about the expectations as far as like your age and things like that,
right?
Like in comparison to Insecure.
What, right? Insecure. So then I'm saying like the pressure as far as like living your life with like, oh damn, I need that partner or stuff like that. But you have to choose wisely, because shit like this could even happen. Condolence could happen. You know what I mean? And like, not even saying so much of the sense of like, oh, you're in love with somebody else or hooking back up with an ex. I'm just saying possibly the person that you're not situationally thinking that's who you're gonna end your life with. You know, like, oh,
or share 18 plus years of your life with type of thing.
Right, like it's like, oh, I never, or even, well, it's said like, oh, I never envisioned them as a father, or like, or them as a wife. I think is even said in the series. But yeah, like, I don't know. Just like, you got to choose wisely all the time. Like, if you're stressing, if you're in those age groups too, don't even stress is my point. You know, because some shit you could be in a relation, you have to choose wisely, because then you're in a relationship with someone for 18 years, because when they're 18 now, all of a sudden you're not their parents. You know, like, you have to be their parents to the day that they die or that you die, right? So just
shout out to parents.
You know, shout out to the parents. Facts, for real. Shout out to our parents in Nicaragua living it up. Hey.
For sure. Something that
player dodged his appearance.
He dodged his appearance. He was supposed to be here for episode 200.
Not Bobby pulling a ghost, though, Key.
I'm dead. He did. What if we could? I don't know if we could get him on a Zoom or something like that.
Oh, that is possible.
We can like walk him through it.
Maybe on his laptop. Yeah, for sure. Actually, his laptop has a webcam. Yeah.
Oh man, we might have to talk to him.
I have to talk to at least 5 minutes of his time. You know,
just 5 minutes of your time, player.
I know the schedule's busy. But
that would be dope. I'm still thinking about episode 200, but I wanted to continue the conversation about Issa, because if you've seen the show,
my bad, I went that whole little.
Oh no, it's okay. I want, because listen, it's gonna make sense when I finish it. Watch, check me out.
ISO. It's the All-Star game.
Listen. Shout out to the All-Star Weekend. We'll talk about that too. So pretty much, if you've seen the series, Issa D, the character in Insecure, gets the key to Inglewood, and the actress Issa Rae actually was the first person, now like in real life, was the first person to get the key to the city of Inglewood in over 100 and like, I want to say 100 years.
Damn, that's,
I want to say 114 years that it's
fire.
Been that anybody has ever been given the keys. So she kind of like put that into fruition, and like looking back on the show, and even having gone to like that area where you know, the dunes were and things like that, like it was really cool to like go back and like see the shows and the episodes and see how, you know, they showcased so much of LA and Inglewood, and it makes sense as to why she got the keys. So yes, so that was cool.
Big shout out to Issa Rae getting that key, because first of all, getting the key to a city is one thing, but to a city that hasn't given out a key
in like over 100 years type.
100 years. And we know, of course, we know a little bit more about the area due to hip hop. And that's what's so beautiful about it. One time for fucking hip hop.
Oh my God. So in the conversation of Inglewood, of course, the Super Bowl was held in Inglewood, California.
God damn. Well, transition queen.
And but the people that we learned about it from got to actually perform at the Super Bowl this year.
Yes.
So shout out to Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige. A nice little surprise by 50.
Yes,
we also got some Kendrick Lamar,
and
Eminem,
Well,
and
Anderson .Paak was
and
there.
Anderson .Paak was there. He was playing the drums.
He was playing the drums.
So
My boy said
dope.
that the price is up now since he did that.
Listen, I would say the same thing.
Yesterday's price. We got to talk about that. Diet Coke, Pusha T, my new favorite song that's out right now. I'm super excited about
Honestly,
this
I want to say that if you're in a career and you're able to go to a Super Bowl game, like, cause somebody like had tickets and gave them to you, I feel like that's kind of like
an
a
accomplishment.
It's like an accomplishment in a way.
And it's all right? Yeah, I guess what you're saying too, like even like being in the picture with Doja Cat and The Weeknd, like that's cool. That's a good look too.
Yeah, I saw a picture of Meg Thee Stallion with Christina Aguilera, and I feel
that's
like
awesome.
Yeah, so those are like label parties or like things like that, and people that were like.
That's actually a good Super Bowl.
Yeah, Rock Nation had like a good section and things like that. And just seeing that, like now at this age, like seeing like, oh shit, they're like, in there. So I want to be at the Super Bowl. I would love to watch it in person.
I would love a Super Bowl halftime show. I'm sorry. I have to appreciate this halftime show. I know we're getting to that.
Listen.
But I would love like a R&B with a new hip hop rap artist now, but like it doesn't have to just be Christina Aguilera and Meg Thee Stallion to say. But then
I would love that. When I saw that, I was like, great.
That would
collab.
be cool. Like if they do something like that, it could be like someone in Sweetie. It could be like so many different. Like they don't have it. Like I just want like almost like Moulin Rouge when they did that at MTV type shit. Like that's a whole fucking performance. Like that's the set type shit. Like I would love some shit like that. That shit would be cool. And of course, we got the cheeks is gonna be out. So
Bob loves a good cheek video.
And what's better than like dancers and all that stuff? Like Britney Spears would be great actually. Like Britney Spears and Sweetie. Like I guess for like the other two, like or something like that. Even though she's performed at halftime before, but I love a good cheerleading fit. Some shit like that. Like I don't know. I think it would be cool.
Nice. I loved. We cannot talk about this year's Super Bowl without speaking about the halftime show. That was the first time that hip hop was put out into a main stage the way that it was displayed. You had Snoop Dogg,
legends of the game,
wearing Crip colors,
which I think they told him not to do, and he still did.
Yeah, they told him that he couldn't wear anything that affiliated him with the gang. He still did it.
But like to me, like it was more of a honestly like, okay. Obviously, it's blue and it has the fucking things, but
it has they're the Rams.
They're the Rams, right? Exactly. Like I felt like it was passable because I'm pretty sure at a Rams game there's someone wearing that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it has no affiliation with the gang. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put it not with the Crips. You know what I mean? Like or that it's not a Crip. They're the fan of the Rams. Just like I feel like there's probably Niners gear that's like that. Or just different type of teams that probably
just Niners gear.
Like that is just Niners gear. I say that because of the red. Obviously. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, but of course I do like that. I do like hip hop taking even these type of things. I didn't think the Eminem. I saw that knee by Eminem. I thought it was nothing. I thought it was actually like part of the show. Like kind of like, okay, let me like do the knee on some hip hop shit or some shit like that. Like then I was like, that's some Eminem shit to do. To me, like I just sounded like that because it was like kind of like, okay, now the focus is on Dre doing the piano. So, but it was the cap. So salute to that. But yeah.
It was hilarious to me because it was just like, oh shit. Because I had seen the finale of Power Book 2, so I was just like, oh shit, Monet over here killed Mecca last week. It's at the Super Bowl this week.
Yeah, caught a body.
Caught a body and is there. And then
crazy.
Also, what we were also discussing was that 50 has actually had a couple of the people that were performing in the halftime show on his shows. So he had Mary, who is on Power Book 2 Ghost, who plays Monet. Then you had himself, who he's Kanan, who narrates Raising Kanan and was in Power. And then you had Laces, Kendrick Lamar. You can never, the crackhead.
We can't forget that role. That was awesome.
It was an awesome.
He spoke the best Spanish on Power, Loki.
He really did.
Loki.
He really did.
He probably spoke the best Spanish on that.
He really did, because we were speaking about how the Spanish on that show isn't the best, but it's because it's performed by, Hispanic actors that are not speaking Spanish actors.
Like
it makes sense. I'm sure that, because like, especially if you've been in this country for a long time, like it's just not your English is just not going to be 100%, or I mean Spanish, excuse me. It's not just going to be 100% the best.
Yeah, the best, or like have the accents or stuff like that. Like it's just not going to be what it's like for someone that is their main language, obviously.
Exactly.
Like that should be kind of obvious, but I think it's good for what it is. But and then also you had Snoop who was on BMF,
and then also Eminem who was on BMF. So
are we missing this Dre? We need Dre to be like on maybe BMF, maybe possibly, or like maybe on Force, the Detroit shit that he comes out over there. Dre has done some work. He was on Training Day.
Okay.
So
and he was in The Wash.
The Wash. He's done some movies. Man, Snoop Dogg's always done movies, man. He's always done that. But man, salute to 50, because that was a surprise that no one known, but amongst us.
Yeah, that was a great surprise to me. I was just like, yes, especially because it kind of cut into M's time, right?
I don't know.
Listen, I was not trying to listen to that.
That's crazy, Claudia. But yeah, it was hell of a surprise. What do you think more? I mean, because the internet was going internet, and of course the game had a watching party of it, and it was just clowning him. Salutes to the game, Compton, legend, and saying that like that's kind of sad or whatever like that. But like to me, if it wasn't 50, the only other person that I would expect would be Ice Cube. It was either Ice Cube or 50. If it couldn't be both, and obviously, another thing that they couldn't do was any language about the police.
And then Dre did.
But Dre did, still not loving police, so.
What's funny is that Snoop Dogg was caught, like, first of all, the ops.
Yeah, for
snitching.
But
there was just a video.
That's
of
what we
smoking.
don't like, bro. We don't like motherfuckers with that, like, with that snitching shit, bro. Like, bro, like, go ahead, Claudia.
I mean, it's not like we don't know that he does it. You know what I mean? Like,
I was hoping he did it on stage. Fuck that. I mean,
he did
do it on stage, but like while the camera was rolling.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's the NFL. I get that. But like, he honestly could have. The fuck?
Snoop Dogg is all of us, because who doesn't smoke a little bit before we go to work?
I cannot confirm or deny if the situations are similar.
I never even said I did that. I said that he's not the only person who smokes before work.
Yeah, probable cause. I like it.
Yeah, no.
You on your sack shit, okay.
I'm done. So shout out to the Super Bowl, and shout out to the Los Angeles Rams who ended up winning.
Matt Stafford finally winning his chip after a long career. Odell Beckham finally getting his first chip.
I was rooting for Odell.
I was rooting for him too. Low key, a little scary when his knee, his leg. Yeah. Whatever happened to him there. Cooper Kupp also winning the MVP. Andrew, Donald, the defensive lineman. First of all, he's probably the best defensive lineman in the NFL right now, and he probably could have won the MVP. And just it was a great game. I saw a little bit of it, but I had to catch Euphoria because there was another game going down over there, and it was either Maddie or Stacy. I mean Cassie.
Cool. I actually saw the whole game.
You saw
that was cool. Yeah.
That's cool because I thought it was about done. I thought the Bengals were gonna win. I was going for the Bengals.
Oh, you thought? Well, no, because it was a it was a pretty it was a close game. So I knew from the beginning. I was just like, oh, this is gonna be a good game, and I was right. We got a good game. So a good game, a good halftime. Like, I feel like there's some Super Bowls that I've seen that just like disappointed the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I feel like a couple of the years that I haven't seen it have been underwhelming.
We recorded podcasts during a Super Bowl.
Possibly, I think so.
I want to say maybe like episode 3 or something, because I was wearing a Raiders shirt for repping for the team that wasn't even playing.
But that's what you do,
yeah. So shout out to, like how I said, everybody who won the Super Bowl.
Salute to that. And our halftime performers. That was the real show.
It's funny because there was a post going around saying how, did you guys know that there was a football game at the Kendrick Lamar, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige
You
show?
heard? Well, there was like some controversy about like the kicker. Like he went out early from the halftime like lockers to go watch the halftime show. Like, let that man live. Come on. I mean, he's the kicker. What are they gonna tell him?
He made it to the Super Bowl.
He doesn't have to.
I mean, maybe there's like a speech that the coach prepared. I don't know.
That's gonna make him kick better? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know, kind of inspire him. Sometimes the kickers can make or break it. Like straight up. Like if we're being a buck, like
Factual.
they're
Okay,
the
Claudia.
ones that like could
Factual.
completely like change the course of the game. Like cuz if they don't make that one, okay, cool, but if they don't make that 3 and they need that 3, it's over.
Someone's
They're
not getting
talking
paid
about
next summer.
they're talking about trading him. Like damn, how can we depend on you? We can't. You gotta go.
Unreliable head ass.
So I understand why they would be upset about him not being there. However, I completely understand him because if they in the building, so am I.
Facts. Hey, yo. Wait, who?
Who all gonna be there? Yes, sign me up.
I was going to be here even if we didn't make it.
Listen, y'all just text me what it gonna be. No,
Yo, record
I mean,
the speech. I'll listen to it.
but imagine like, just imagine like your first Super Bowl or like the first time you going to the Super Bowl and that's who's performing. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. But yeah, the kickers are very important to the game. So yeah, so that was cool. So that just means the Super Bowl is over. I mean, football is over.
Football season's over. Meaning, and that means we got All-Star Weekend coming. Meaning we got the finals coming soon. You know, and it's about to be my dog birthday pretty quick. This year's already going by
Birthday?
fast. It's going to be your birthday
I'm
in June.
dead. That's very soon, but very far.
And what
I
I'm
mean,
saying, that's
February is
next.
damn near.
Now that we know that the Super Bowl is passed, and now like when you hear this, it's it's going. The tomorrow is the All-Star break. What's coming next is NBA being done.
You right. I didn't want to say. Y'all gotta excuse me.
We're here. Bitch been working, bro. Over here cooking breakfast, making sure the house is spotless, clean,
clean.
Cinderella in this finest type shit. Kaya don't play. Come on, man.
Okay, so rest in peace to Whitney Houston.
I don't get no sleep.
She passed away. I want to say it was 10 years ago. This past week, I want to say. First of all, shout out also to the guest that we had for episode 198.
Definitely.
Rashida, the author of Sabotage and Silhouettes. But yeah, so she passed away that like a week ago, and so like 10 years ago. So rest in peace to her. Also rest in peace to our grandfather, our abuelito. It's been 4 years, and that's insane to me because it's like, what is going on here? It was that long ago. And so yes, so RIP to both of them and whoever you guys may have lost in the past couple of months or last couple of years, however it works for you. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people have been passing away, and just like we're getting to that age where like, people's health is declining, and it being something that you kind of just like, oh, okay, damn. Oh, okay. And it's like, I know you recently went to a funeral, Hav, and how was that? How do you feel in a presence of like knowing that somebody has passed on to another life?
Well, one, it is shocking and a little bit paralyzing because you're just like, man, wow, we're the same age. What had they gone through, and also just timing. Timing is everything, right? And I just recently, we talked about Chris, congrats once again on his engagement. And we haven't talked, that's like my homie went during that time, like when we became friends. So, and us getting closer these last couple of weeks and such, to hear that news was very upsetting and shocking. And also, damn, we didn't get that chance to reconnect, right? So, but as far as going to the funeral and making that part of your your grief, right? As you're grieving someone, your grieving process, seeing other people and either sharing stories or being around his brother, being around his cousin, being around his family, seeing his, all that stuff. Because also Chris said something that gave me also perspective, was just like, man, we all have those type of pictures, like with a family, or that first time you went to an amusement park, that first time, like, with the parrots, or whatever, like the picture with all, the animals on you,
Yeah,
or whatever like that. And you know, it hurts, you know, or it's yeah. I can't just, you can't put it in words because also I guess the like it's the least that we could do of showing up, and you know I'm thinking that's what they'll do when you pass as well, not in a spiteful way or like that you're counting on that, but you know, like, dang, you know, I'm alive. I do have time today to go. So and being around that energy was good because after that day it was cool because it was something that one I haven't done in a while, like just being out with people, and also just being around that energy again and reconnecting with people who
You haven't seen in some time or whatnot.
and you know, like anything there, it's all love. Everybody showed up is it from a place of love. You know, it's nothing, no one's trying to one up someone. You know, yeah, we're cracking jokes and teasing each other, you know, but that's what we're always going to do. You know.
Real.
So it was cool. And also I liked you know, one, having Chris there, and fucking, you know, now that you know that, just knowing that, fuck, good thing that we are connected, and that also life is short, because that's what it is when people pass, you know, and are grieving, right? And you know, it being Whitney Houston, it being a close friend, it being a grandpa or someone that is an uncle who is older, right? All it gives you that, dang man, they had either so much left to do, or you thought that you had so much time.
Yeah, for
You
me,
know?
my grandpa was gonna live forever.
Right, like, yeah, like you thought,
like,
right, like
He's gonna be part of my life forever. He's gonna be at my wedding, all of that.
especially that one when you're younger, right, or when you're a puppy, you're not thinking about, oh yeah, they're gonna, no, that person's gonna be in your life forever. Just like how I thought 106 and Park was gonna be on the TV
For
forever. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just things happen, and people, you know, people pass away, and they go to another spot, and that's all I know is that I have one more angel looking over me. You know, I've always had my grandmas, you know, Renee, Juan, you know, and now Freddie. So R.I.P. I actually want to do a moment of silence, you know, just for, like how you were saying, Claudia, if you've lost someone this week, last month, this year, last year, 3 years, 5 years, you know, let's just have this moment of silence. Also, Pop Smoke, I think it was just 2 years ago that he passed too. So
I had to get low for them.
you know,
Man, so much grieving and so much death, and yet there's still so much life for us. So
also that, you know, got to keep on bright and those bright spirits. We do have life, you know, keep those vibes up. If you're feeling down, you know, listen to some good music, or get up, go walk,
get on up.
take the dog out to the park, you know, work out, sweat a little bit, you know, or play video games, you know, or whatever makes you feel good.
Do whatever the fuck makes you happy.
You know what I mean? Go cop that eighth, you know, if you need to go get that, you know, pour that if you want that, but please all responsibly, you know, and if you have
Todo
other
tiene
vices,
su límite.
yeah, everything has their limits, you know, so, you know, please, if you're drinking or whatever like that, please take the cab or call the Uber. Take the cab, what am I? Take the cab. You know, to get the Uber, you know.
Call a friend, do something.
Call a friend. Yeah, exactly. But we in this bitch, man. $1.99. Goddamn, Claudia, who would have thunk it, huh?
Not me. No, I'm joking.
Certainly not they.
It's certainly not they.
They didn't think this was even possible.
Crazy, because I've been talking to people and they're like bringing it up. They're like, yo, you got like 2 more episodes left until 200. How you feeling? How am I feeling? Wow.
So much more to be done, right? Like, type shit.
Yeah, I feel like after 200, it's just like, well, now you can't. Now you really can't stop. Like, you got to keep going, because like it's like those that like the picture that like with the ice, the guy, or like the diamonds or whatever the fuck. He's like chipping away at something so he can get to the diamonds, and then he quits right before he gets to the diamonds.
Oh, okay. You said
like,
the picture.
All you gotta do is just keep going. Yeah, it's like a picture.
Yeah. I thought you said picture. I was like, huh? Yeah, I get you. Yeah, he's like cracking away,
like trying to like get to it, and then he like gives up, but then the other person doesn't give up and then gets to the diamonds.
And they were right there.
Are you gonna get the diamonds? You gotta get the diamonds. Speaking of diamonds, I wanted to go ahead and introduce the conversation that we were having earlier about Dwayne Wade, because he went on a podcast. What show? Do you know what it was?
It's a show. It's a show, and what it's called. Dang, I forgot what it was called.
Honestly, it doesn't even matter because he said it on a show. He basically said that the question was, where is it that he gets the most love, like in Chicago or Miami? It was something along those lines, right? And then he said that he gets the most love in Miami. And so something that I was saying was like, of course, like, yo, Wade, you see Wade somewhere and it's mayhem. Yeah. Like, there's gonna be somebody who's gonna have to go up to him and talk to him.
For sure.
Like, and it sucks, and it's here. I feel like here in Miami, like I feel like he can't go nowhere in Miami without multiple people trying to take pictures of him, or at least just trying to say hello to him. Like, it is Dwayne Wade. Like
he could cause a small riot, like here in Miami, just like pumping gas.
Exactly.
Because it's fucking Dwayne Wade. It was a podcast. I just want to give them credit. Cheapest versus expensive wine. And Claudia is absolutely correct, because if we thought we went hard for Dan Marino, when we see Dwayne Wade, what Dwayne Wade has done to the city, just like how he said, we damn near forgot he was from Chicago, right? He is from Miami. He's from the crib. Him and UD, you know.
They changed our county name to Wade County instead of Dade County.
Yeah, the legendary.
I mean, it hasn't been officially changed, but
we don't call it. We call it Wade County, baby. You know, and people know. People know outside of Dade County that you know, like, that's how legendary this shit is.
Yes,
with Dwayne Wade,
sir. And getting into the Chicago region of things, we're gonna talk about Genius by Kanye West, the new documentary that just dropped on Netflix. How you feeling about this? Man, it's the first one.
Thank you. I'm just gonna say thank you, Cootie, and thank you, Kanye, for letting us have this. First of all, I feel like Kanye. Well, I mean, Jay-Z. First and foremost, fuck you, Kanye.
Making me do this shit.
Last Call, if you don't know.
What a great song. I recently heard that. That documentary made me listen to his music more. I was just like, no, I got to listen to him.
It just, yeah, I almost did, but then, you know, sometimes a lot of skits on College Dropout. So when I go play basketball, I definitely listen to that Pusha T fucking Daytona again. What a classic, modern day classic. I think there's nothing wrong with that album.
Isn't that what?
Yes, Kanye. Yeah, Kanye produced it.
Wait, who won the Grammy that year? Was it Pusha?
Oh no, I don't think he did win the Grammy. I think it was Nas who won the Grammy that year, if I'm not mistaken. I could look it up. But yeah. Seeing that, like, me and Claudia were just like going, just like, dang, that's crazy. Or like Claudia's like, oh, that's Through the Wire. Or like, oh wow,
the video, like there's
like we're seeing like, more parts, you know, and that's the girl, the context
situation of what it was. Because when you watch the video Through the Wire, which I believe is the best Kanye video to me. Like, he has come out with so many other dope ass videos, and I've seen them in the movie and the performances and all that stuff. But like, that right there, I love me some pictures and footage. Like, give me all of the nostalgia. Show me your life. And I felt like with that video, that being the first video I saw of Kanye, and being like, yo, this dude is going to do something crazy. And he ended up doing it. He believed he was going to do it. His mother believed he was going to do it. I saw a tweet that said Kanye's mom believed in him so much, and my mom just laughs at me and tells me to go get a job.
I'm sorry. That's funny though. It was 2019, and Cardi B won that year.
Oh,
okay. But also Igor won that year as well.
Ooh, I love me some Tyler.
Yeah, that one that year.
But yeah, I really enjoyed watching the documentary. It's a 3-part series. This is the first one, and I believe the next one drops next week, and so on and so forth. Look it up. It's on somewhere on Netflix.
Yeah, well, definitely it's going to be weekly. I like the way that they're going to drop that. I'm guessing we're going to probably pick up a little bit from what well, we had to talk about late registration. That's the thing, though, man. 3, like, I don't think that I need 3 documentaries just on like college dropout era, late registration, and then graduation. You know, like, give me that, because then we got to go through 808s, because that's a whole that's a whole different Kanye. You know, like.
But you know what is dope is that they can drop this now and however it's going to be. And I'm sure that he has footage from all those years too. That can be something that he can drop in the future.
My goodness,
like
so
it just.
I want that Jesus. I need to see that, or freaking the footage that they have probably in Hawaii, making My Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Lord.
I feel like he has footage of all of that. Because I remember when I used to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, they would always say like, oh, he has his own camera crew, like following him around for a documentary. Like I heard them say that. Well, Kim said it like on there. So
well, let it be known then. Okay.
Yeah, no. So that's pretty cool. So man, if you're a Kanye fan, even if you're not a Kanye fan, I suggest you watch it.
Definitely.
And just like, cause it's so inspiring, like how much he believed in himself, how much his mom believed in him.
His mom, and then like Carlos said it, about putting the battery in his back. And that's definitely for sure. But her presence, me and Claudia were talking about that. Like, she was just, like, when she spoke, it was just, gems were dropping.
Yeah. And she was so hospitable to his people.
Like,
she was never like, who are y'all? Nothing.
Right, like, that was the first time her meeting some of them. And it was just, like, I don't know, gracious. Like, I could imagine, of course, and then you think about that, too. I hate to be somber with it or a little sad. But we were just talking about death, and you start thinking about, your mom, and like, ooh. Man, like, I could imagine, like, in the place of, I can't imagine what it has done for him, Kanye and his adjustment with life and with fame and heartbreak or whatever is coming towards him these last couple of years that his mom's passed away. So, but I'm happy that he's shared this with us, and that he's seen this too. Because I know that probably brings some nostalgia back for him, too.
For sure, man.
That and the whole the whole Rockefeller thing, though, too. Him walking through the hallways, playing them All Falls Down, which Claudia swears that she didn't have these lyrics and spit to me like, bruh, this shit is crazy. I'm so self-conscious. She has no idea what she's doing in college. Like, what the... Like, that flow and... That whole song, shout out Stacey Dash in the video. That whole, I'm gonna claim it.
I'm gonna claim it now.
You gonna start claiming because you saw the documentary, you motherfucker. Yeah, I had these written like, bruh. She like, yeah.
But you know what it was. Also why I had to dig deep so into the song because it was my teacher. My teacher had us kind of like break it down and kind of like get it like that. Like it was like a
see, I didn't know that.
It was an assignment.
That was an ill teacher. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it was an assignment.
And she made it for that song?
She made it for that song, and I want to say H to the Izzo. I think I did like something about Juicy. Like my project was like about Juicy or something like that. Yeah. It was really cool. Shout out to Miss Borges.
What she doing in college?
Listen,
that major that she majored in.
Do you guys need
money.
to for real? But she won't drop out because the parents look at her funny. Now tell me that ain't insecure.
Because he even answered with like, "We all insecure. I'm just the first to admit it." What the?
And everybody's just like, "No, I said it." Like, no, you didn't.
Wow, crazy, man. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, no, that time in hip hop was just so.
He did it though too.
Dope.
He did change that shit, the landscape of it, and really like made it to be like shit where I could rap, and I don't have to rap about fucking killing people and shooting up and being in gangs and all that shit. Like I just talk about fly shit and fucking bitches.
True.
But you speak what you see. You feel like so. Yeah. That's what he made it. So that's super dope, man. Thank you so much, Kanye. I'm gonna give it another round for the round of applause because goddamn, bro. And then seeing that era Pharrell, that era Dame, like all that shit. That was
And those were people that like didn't even know him like they know him now.
what the yeah, because
Like-
even the video, like, you
Like
see how
he's telling
shook his
Pharrell, I
hand?
look up to him. I look
Yeah,
up to you. And then like you see them now. I saw a clip that showed us that him saying that to him, and then fast forwarding to that fashion show that they
where
were
they're
sitting
with the
front row with their kids.
Oh my god, I love that. Man, these are superheroes. You know, like how freaking Kanye says it, like, and he joins those superheroes, like with watching Fade the Black. No, not Fade the Black. I forgot what some Jay-Z one. Streets is watching. Like these are our superheroes. These hip hop gods. And it's just great. I want more footage like that. I want more documentaries. Since we saw the Cuddy one, definitely want more. I even like how this one is different, you know, in the sense of how it is like footage, like actual footage. You know, but I would even love it on some of our newer guys, right? You know, like J. Cole or even Wiz Khalifa, because that story is insane. You know, some of that shit will be dope.
Wiz Khalifa, man. I remember when I first saw him in concert, and it was like so dope seeing him. And like how much I paid to see him and to see like the type of artist that he turned out to be is really, really, really dope.
Really crazy, yeah. Documentaries, that's crazy. You want to talk about Power? So we finished Power Book 2.
we finished Power. Then
yeah,
we got to jump straight into Power Book 2. And
saw both seasons.
Finished. I had already seen the season finale of season 2. So, and I hadn't even finished Power yet. So talk about backwards. So I knew a lot of people who had survived or who was still involved, which kind of still made it interesting because it was just like, how do you make it? What did you do? What did you do to not get murdered?
Murdered in this fucking murder spree that happens.
Exactly. How did you overall, because we can't talk about all of the seasons that we basically encountered and consumed in the amount of time that we did. What is like
well, we'll talk about Power. Let's just talk about Power, the series that's just done, I guess.
Okay, so the Power series, for me, I enjoyed it a lot. I like that you got to get kind of like the psyche of who Ghost was. I also liked how you got to see that he was like trying to change, but that he was having a power struggle when it came to the change, and how that wasn't able to allow him to continue to live because he had so much of a power struggle. Like you see him turn into the man that he wants to be, but he doesn't know it's new to him. So you like see what it can do. Like sometimes they say like, be careful what you wish for, because sometimes that can be the thing that kills you. And it's literally what ended up happening, because since he was stepping into a piece of power, he was trying to bring his family down. And it's just like, you're not supposed to do that. Like, you're supposed to stand for your family, even if like, or at least be a person of your word, you know? And not do it for selfish reasons, which in part it's like it's selfish, but it's also like, no, but I'm trying to be a better person. But it's just like, but you've killed so many people, you have to take the rap. Like somebody, like, you know, so that was something. I also, it kind of sucked, you know, the whole love story. I mean, they both end up dead, but like Angela and him, and even like Proctor, and how Kanan passed away, and how a lot of it just comes from betrayal, like death. Like death and betrayal are like synonymous with one another, because it's just like, you betrayed me in a way that I will never be able to forgive you, even if you're dead. Because that was also another power struggle that Tariq deals with, is him killing the person who killed his sister, you know, and how that for him was just kind of crazy. It was just like, no, but like, I killed this person, and no matter what, it does not feel good. Like, it isn't, my sister's not here. My twin sister is not here. Something that I think is so fucking funny every time is Javi saying that Tariq was written by Maul.
Shout out Maul. You know, if you guys, one of the top rated podcasts out there, Rory and Maul. But it's just because it's just like that. I don't know, that fly shit, and just kind of like that mysterious shit that I guess that like people talk about with him. And I'm like, man, what does he actually do? And I feel like that's what it will think about if I talk to Tariq, I'll be like, damn, I wonder what he does. You know what I mean? And of course, people are like, oh, dang, does he still, like on mall, like if he's still selling or whatever like that, like, or you act like he move like he's moving bricks type shit. But it's probably the New York, and also they have like, I guess Tariq is from Manhattan.
Oh yeah, on the
Right?
show.
On the
Yes.
show, so
Yeah, he was born because Tribeca.
yeah, Tribeca.
But something else that
City
I
boy.
enjoyed was a character that is Tommy, and how something that I also heard was that the actor Joseph, they kept calling him Tommy, and he'd be like, "No, my name is Joseph," and then 50 told him to kind of like embrace the name Tommy, because it's just like, no, like this,
Yeah, that's almost how good you play.
like this is how good you're playing it, that people are calling you this. So when they see you in person, they feel like they're meeting Tommy. And so it's like embracing the fact of who it is that you are. Like, because now for me, 50 is not just 50. 50 is Kanan. To me, I was just like, oh shit, Kanan performing. Even though I know it's 50 because of this show. Like, it just kind of like.
Go 50 in the house.
That's crazy. 50 was really upside down. They made fun of him so much. They said the before quarantine body, and then it was like from the actual In the Club video, and then the after quarantine body, and it's like him at the Super Bowl. And of course, that's like what, 20 years ago?
Your body just like
Your body just changes.
Your body changes, and there's some fat that you just can't get rid of.
Listen,
You know, it's just like there.
my dog is rich. You eat different when you rich.
And like he still will whip your ass, low key though. Fuck. Him and Dr. Dre, goddamn.
He's beating. He's
Yo. I don't know what Super Bowl you paid for.
He's dating this beautiful girl called Cuban Link. That girl is bad. And she like speaks Spanish. She does like fitness. She has like a fitness account, things like that. I don't know. She's really pretty. I'm about to look her up. Found himself a new honey. I'm gonna wait until you see it so you can see who it is. Right?
I don't know. Is it this girl right here?
Yeah.
This girl's named Cuban Link? Why I thought it was gonna be like some rapper girl.
It is a rapper girl.
Oh, she's a rapper?
Mm-hmm.
She's beautiful though.
Yeah. It looks like they've been together for a while. Cause that's power.
Yeah, that's power right there, yeah.
Okay, girl. That's a pretty ass dress.
That's a wild ass fucking suit, 50.
Which one?
This shit don't even, it's like a tie-dye suit.
Oh my God, I see it. The audience doesn't see it. Oh wow, that's very tie-dye-ish. She killed that dress though.
Hold on, yeah. No, but we're not going to do that. But yeah, I don't need the fashion police.
Killed that dress. That just is everything. But yeah, so I saw, and she was also at the Super Bowl. So yeah, Super Bowl was a big deal. Also, Valentine's Day passed. So that was, something.
V-Day did pass, yeah. Hold on, let me show it on screen real quick. See if I could do it. See if I could be good for once.
Aw.
I'm just kidding.
Shout out to our audio visual have.
I'm just gonna show it real quick, but yeah, this is good enough, right? Bam.
Bam.
There's that suit. I don't even want to show you guys full of it, but that's her.
You don't deserve to see the full suit.
How you gonna do that to my dog? I think he wants to forget it too. But yeah, what were we talking about?
Nothing. I think we were just wrapping up the whole power thing. But something that this show, and kind of like deviating away from it, because now it's just like almost tying into the whole death part of what we were speaking about earlier. Because in that show, you see how people react to death and wanting justice. And I feel like when somebody that close to you passes away, like for example, Angela's sister, she loses her sister. And it's just like she wants to blame somebody. She wants justice. She doesn't believe that her sister was doing bad things or was corrupt, etc. And so you're just like, well, I'm willing to do whatever it is to gain justice for her because she is no longer here. And you also have to learn and know to like, you have to let it go. You can't try to seek justice in a way where you're going to get in trouble with the law. Cough, cough. Tariq.
Yeah, I got mom, man.
But like I said, going into the conversation of like death and stuff, is that everybody just grieves it differently. You know, like we saw, and that was something that I enjoyed that they did too, was you saw, like, because there's women who they go through the grievance of where they can't see pictures of their kid, they can't, be in their child's room. You can't, there's just different things that the parent can do. You've lost a child, or a partner, or a sister, a sibling. And so that's just tough. You know, like,
yeah, I can. Oof.
yeah, so I can understand why they feel like that rage of like, because like how I say, I'll kill for my brother.
Facts.
I'll kill, like, listen, like if it comes down to it, like I'm gonna pull the trigger. Like I'm gonna be like Kane in these streets.
That.
Kane.
That's why, like, not for nothing, not to spoil anything, but like that's why that Tejada's like that storyline in Power Book 2. That right there, it works. And also, we're probably gonna see some blood. We already see some blood spill because of love. I ain't trying to spoil anything because it's still fairly close. I mean, Power we could spoil because fuck, if you haven't watched Power, I mean, get on it. Like we.
For real, we already watched it all.
Yeah. But man, Force is out. Can't wait to see that. Oh yeah, I want to salute 50 actually. Actually salute on this girlfriend, by the way. But
You saw her, huh?
yeah. Oh, yep. We see her. Hold on. Let me not talk too much because 50 be like knocking motherfuckers out that talk to his girlfriend. I think it's Zero. Basically it's a comic from DC, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, DC based comic.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
So
for
he
that.
is developing this as a live action film based on the comic by Christopher Price, and really excited about one. I think he deserves this job or a job like this because they hope to build a universe, and what he's done with the Powerverse, with some great help, and that means that he's also going to be using some help. But just to look at this character and the little bit I've seen of it, I feel like 50 could because it's almost like some Tommy shit. So he could definitely do some shit. That's good. It's so crazy that says this headline. Let me put it up. This is Deadline because it actually says G Unit. So that's just pretty funny. Oh, just faded in there.
For real.
We got Miss DJ Yawns in the building. Here it is, guys. Lord knows when this film is going to be coming out. But this is big. 450. So let's go ahead and give a round of applause. It's still.
Unit was a big deal growing up. I just hated him for what he did to Ja Rule.
Yeah, he's made up for it though.
Listen, he good at my book. He ain't got to shoot me once. I had to bring that joke back. Yeah, I wanted to see if there was something that I missed, but something that I guess I did want to mention was, do you remember who your first black teacher was, Hav?
I want to say it was Miss Pinkston, and I think that was my first grade teacher.
Oh my God,
If
Miss
I'm not
Pinkston.
She was great.
So sweet.
She was sweet as hell. She shout out to her. She also had a phenomenal voice, actually outstanding voice. Breath control, amazing, and she always kept it fun. One of my favorite teachers. Obviously, I remember her name.
Wow, I need to find pictures of you in that class.
Yeah, probably.
That was here in Miami.
That was here in Miami. Yeah, that's first grade.
Let me see if I find them.
Yeah,
I want to see them. I want to.
I think I had Miss Williams. If not second grade. It was third grade.
Third grade was Miss H, right?
Miss H, yeah.
Something H.
Yeah, fifth grade. I had fifth grade. I also had he was it was a black male, but he was more like Caribbean.
Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown, yeah.
He remembered me.
Yeah, Mr. Brown. So.
And I would see him. I don't remember where I would see him, but when I worked at BJ's, he always remembered me. And then my fourth grade teacher remembered me. But I actually didn't get my first black teacher until I was in fifth grade. I had Miss Guerrier, who, as you guys know, was the one who I saw rapping to Jay-Z at the fifth grade dance.
Big Pimpin'.
To Big Pimpin'.
Spanish.
Big Pimpin'. And then I also had a male black teacher that same year, Mr. White. So that was cool. And then in 6th grade, I think like after that, I had a couple of more. I even had like I had a, when I was in 8th grade, I had a science teacher who was a black male. And I just remember just having, oh my God, I had one who, her name was Miss Justice, and she was a geography teacher. Yeah, once after 6th grade, like I think the reason why I got a Spanish teacher in 4th grade was because of my last name, and we had just moved here. So it was probably like, oh, just put her.
I don't know if this has to do with anything, but I really only remember my women teachers more than my male teachers.
I don't think you haven't had that many male teachers.
I've always felt like if I did have a male teacher, I did poorly in their class. And that's probably why I enjoy working with women. Also too, sense. And like it's almost like a trust thing. Like, of course, I have my mother and my sister who are saints, and standard of women, a gold standard for women. But I feel like then I have my aunts who are freaking heaven sent as well. So, man, then the teachers that I had, even through high school, like I was just thinking as you were saying, because you were like kept on with the males. I was like, dang, I feel like I don't even. Like, I'm trying to think of a male teacher, like, and it's just like, no, the only one I can remember, well, other than Mr. Brown, will be a guy who I failed in social studies once. Oh, and Mr. Woody, which we talked about. Shout out, because we talked about the teachers in South Miami. He was like the woodshop teacher, and he was hilarious. Like, he made the class like build something. Like, I forgot what it was. It was like a shed, and then he was like, all right, I'm gonna go sell this. Thank you guys, you've been such a help.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna go sell this. And he had a car that was pushed to start before the forms were out.
Okay. And like
his the back of his truck, the bed was made of like wood, like that the wood shop class made.
Alrighty.
And he balled in Tim's at the fucking like teachers versus the parents, the teachers versus the students game.
How fucking funny. High school, man.
Fucking high school,
What
bro.
a fucking time.
What a time. And what a time is 50 Cent having. No wonder 50 Cent been going in with the power and all these shows, man. Look at the muse,
Oh, you're funny. Well, we don't know how long they've been together, but she's gorgeous, like I said. So that was a little bit of Black history. Listen, there's also a lot of things that you can see or even read that can help you with learning more about Black history. They're trying to not teach Black history at schools right now, and that to me is insane, because I felt like when I was in school they didn't teach me enough. I had to learn a lot of the shit as I got as an adult, and
or you just learn the same shit. Pardon me.
Or you just learn the same, exactly, just like how Hav says, or you just keep learning the same thing. It's just like recycled, and yeah. So yes, so happy Black History Month. Next month is Women's Month. We still have one more episode left in February. So I'm super excited because it's going to be episode 200. I'm still thinking about it. Maybe we can get my dad on Zoom. If not, we're going to plan something else. It's going to be dope either way. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning into this. This is a dream come true every time that I even get to this part of the podcast. Is there anything that you need to say before we sign off?
Kanye West having Instagram and being on Instagram is good and bad, just because he kind of goes a little off, but I like it that he's on there. I was going to try to pull up some stuff from here, but I think this is a very Gemini thing to do. It was like a screenshot of the beefs that he's had, and he's just like, y'all got it wrong. I got way more. There's way more people than I beefed than this. I do like the screenshot.
How you beef with a woman that's dead?
Oh man. And then we have Cold World also saying that, thank you for this as well for the documentary. But we do get stuff like this that he posts and gets his reaction, which I like, So
Nice.
So that's cool. That I really want to say, no man, really live your life and do things that make you happy, and sometimes happiness doesn't have dollar signs attached to it. Sometimes happiness to someone else doesn't look like much, or doesn't look like what you should be doing, or compared to other people, they don't value that. But do you keep on cooking up, try to make who talks to you like Donda West.
Oh, yeah. If you're not talking to me like how Donda talks to me,
yeah, like
talks to Ye.
Yeah, you got to talk about that to yourself,
Leave me alone.
type
That's
shit.
a fact, because that's not something that he did a lot as well, was talk to himself and just speak highly of himself. Because when you speak highly of yourself, it tends to allow the universe to give you the way that you speak about yourself, because sometimes it doesn't know the difference. With that being said, guys, we are still in a pandemic, so make sure that you wash your hands, wash your ass, drink your water, and mind your business. And for the 199th time in a row, it's your girl Kai Renee on your airwaves with my co-host House 600 in the building,
Sure.
and we are out of here. Peace.